Biodiversity is a catch-all term for really the state of all the living resources that we have in the world. The Alberta Biodiversity Monitoring Institute, ABMI, is one of the biggest programs in the world for monitoring diversity. Management agency. Our job is to collect credible information on biodiversity in the province, supply that to government, industry, to actually help them make decisions about managing the resources that are of interest, including the oil sands area.
It's the intactness of the forest. As a wildlife biologist that I spend most of my time concerned about. I comment to a variety of groups as a local technical expert on state of these populations and trends, habitat concerns that affect those populations, and try and add as much information to the planning process as I'm able to.
Our biodiversity index ranges between 0 and 100, and a parking lot like this in downtown Edmonton would have a value of 0 biodiversity. Whereas if you move into the oil sands region and include the mine sites plus the forest area around it, you actually get values on the order of 95 or greater. So there's a lot of biodiversity still in that region.
Hey Tracy, I think what we saw out there was just all gulls, young and young of the year plus this year's.
It tells us that the biodiversity is still in very good shape. And that's partly because the actual human footprint that we've created in that region is still at a young stage. The challenge will be making a decision as to what our target should be for biodiversity in that region, and then managing our activities to try and achieve that target.
If we develop everywhere all at once, then we're going to suffer on the biodiversity side. If we are careful in our reclamation strategies and focus on areas while leaving other areas intact, allow those areas of reclamation to take hold, then we can potentially move forward in a more paced, over time and space, approach to industrial development and still have a chance to maintain the bulk of the biodiversity that we have here.
The ABMI information, we hope, will become the benchmark for assessing how we will change over time in Alberta to try and maintain levels of diversity that society, governments, and industries want to achieve.